I'm honestly sick to death of the criminals in power. I really am. I'd like to see millions of people in each country simply march to the capital. I'd like to see it here in Australia. I'd like to see millions of people march to Canberra here in Australia and simply say to the government, I'm sorry, but you're all sacked. Every single one of you. Every politician, folks, they're all corrupt, every one of them. I don't care whether they pretend to be on the left or the right. I mean, honestly, I haven't seen any politician actually stand up and speak the truth. I've seen people make some kind of a stand against some sort of an issue that might seem like it has some purpose, but never get anywhere and never actually do the right thing and just stand up and say no to the whole system. And let's face it, folks, the system's corrupt. The entire system is corrupt in every single way. And every politician who is involved in this system is corrupt. It's as simple as that. And they need sacking. They all need sacking. The entire police force, the entire government of all of our nations, they all need sacking. And the police, I mean, I can't believe what the police are doing. I can't believe the blatant acts of terrorism that are being carried out by criminals in police uniform, criminals and terrorists who have police uniforms on, who are simply hired thugs of the government, whose job is to defend elitist corruption and undermine national security, which is all police officers do. They defend the elite and they undermine national security. They don't do anything to protect the citizens. All they do is oppress the citizens and protect the criminals in government. I'd like to see all of these people sacked. I honestly would. I mean, what the police are doing is shocking, and any actions taken by the people against the type of thuggery that we are seeing carried out by police terrorists, well, I feel is wholly justified. I can't see why anyone would even consider obeying the police anymore. I'm disgusted at these people. I don't even know how they can call themselves human beings the way they act. I'm absolutely appalled with what I've seen carried out by these police and by these scumbag military men. I mean, these soldiers who are turning weapons against their own citizens under the pretext of keeping people safe. It defies analysis, folks. It really defies analysis. So yes, the world really is in a difficult state at the moment with all of this going on. It truly is. But like I was saying earlier, it's being done to harvest energy. I believe this is the purpose of the whole thing. You see, what I was saying before about evolution, this is a real thing. There is evolutions that take place, and what evolves is consciousness. And you'll probably say, here he goes again about his consciousness and his energy stuff, but really, folks, there's only a single consciousness. We literally create reality ourselves. And we have the potential of creating a new reality at the end of each one of these changes. The people who are in control of the planet know this. They know that if they can control the people, if they can put enough people into a state of fear, into a state of negatively polarized energy, then that's the reality that they can create through this change. We have the opportunity to create an entirely new reality. We have the opportunity to awaken our DNA, because we're only actually experiencing 3% of what's going on. And only 3% of our DNA works, folks. 97% of our DNA is blocked off. You know, if we can find a way of awakening our pineal gland, access our pineal gland and awaken the rest of our DNA, then we'll find out what's going on with this reality. But at the moment, there are certain forces that control this planet, and they've controlled this planet for a very long time. And they know all about this. They know all about these cycles. They know all about the pineal gland. They know all about energy harvesting. They know all about grid lines. They know all about the energies and the way this universe actually works, which is nothing like the way people think it works, people with a TV education or a mainstream academic education. These people only know what they've been fed by a TV news service and what they've learnt from textbooks, and all they do is regurgitate information from textbooks. They haven't gone and actually researched any of it. All they've done is read the textbooks. And what you find with any investigation is that all of our academic systems are all put in place simply to prevent people from ever learning the truth. They're there to keep people locked into their left brain. This is reality. This is reality. This is what it is. This is what it is. Don't say the wrong thing or you'll get the cane. Regurgitate the textbooks on command and you get your degree. If you try thinking for yourself and researching or examining anything, well, we don't like that and you won't get your degree. You'll fail. The only way to pass is to regurgitate what's in this textbook. Once you can regurgitate it on command, then we'll give you a little university degree, which is really just a certificate of brainwashing. And then you can go out and you can brainwash other people. And you can tell them that this is the information, this is what you have to learn. This is the way our systems are designed, folks. This is the way our whole education system is designed. But you can go and read my book on the website. I've got a book there on ancient history called Earth's Forbidden Secrets. It's become quite popular, actually. A lot of people seem to have read it. I get a lot of emails about it. But you can go and read that, and that should at least point you in the right direction of what to research, and you will understand that every single thing you've been taught about history is completely wrong. It's all wrong. We've had civilizations on this earth in the past that were far more advanced than us. They all used pyramids. They all knew about how to channel energy. You'll find pyramids all around the world. We've got pyramids here in Australia, folks. We've got a place in Gympie that's got a pyramid. It's an old gold mine. And there was another pyramid. There were two there. Get this, there were two pyramids, one next to each other on two adjoining properties. One of them, the guy actually found tunnels down below ground. He found passages into this pyramid. And he was starting to research, and he'd called the media, and he was making all this noise about this pyramid. And then he mysteriously died. He mysteriously died, and the army, the Australian army, commandeered his land. Oh, we need this land for army practice. And they got a bunch of bulldozer drivers in. I've actually spoken to one of the bulldozer drivers, so I know that this happened. And he went and he covered this pyramid up. All these bulldozer drivers came in, they covered this pyramid up with dirt. What was exposed, they covered it up with dirt, and so it just looked like a big hill. And then the army used it for target practice. They really don't want people to know about the pyramids here. So the guy with the property next door, who's got a pyramid on his property as well, he just kind of leaves it there. He doesn't want to sort of rock the boat. He doesn't go investigating it or anything like that. He's never excavated it. He's never exposed it. It's just, it looks like a hill. But when you start digging into this hill, you find blocks underneath it. It's been built. This is an artificial hill. It's a pyramid. This is Australia, folks. I mean, this is the last place on earth you'd expect to find pyramids, but we have pyramids. There are pyramids in China. The Zion Pyramid, it's bigger than the Great Pyramid in Egypt. It's huge, this thing. And they're all through China. The Chinese government employs farmers to go and pour dirt on the side and plant crops on the side of these pyramids, so they just look like hills. Because they don't want people to know about it. Because if people know about this, then it disproves everything we've ever been taught about history. Now, there are pyramids all around the earth, folks. There are vitrified castles all through Europe. There are castles in Scotland that are vitrified, turned to glass. These are old ancient ruins, and the stones in these walls of these castles have been turned to glass through extreme heat. Now, I'm willing to accept that perhaps a comet grazed the Earth and did a zigzag pattern across Europe and vitrified all these fortresses, but it's kind of unlikely. I'm more likely to think that there was some kind of a war that went on that destroyed all these fortresses and turned them all into ruins, and there was energy released that was so hot that it turned the stone to glass. I think that's a little bit more of an acceptable possibility. You'll find that there's a desert in Libya where there is some of the most pure glass you'll ever find. The desert floor has basically been turned to green glass from wars that took place in ancient times. And it's very ancient times. Some of this green glass was actually used to make a scarab beetle that was found in the tomb of Tutankhamun. So this is very, very old. This stuff's been there for a long time, and it is the most pure silica-based glass in the world. This is the entire desert. It's just been turned into glass. But, you know, we keep these places war zones. We've kept the whole Middle East, all of Iraq, Babylon, the birthplace of humanity, the seat of humanity, which is the Middle East, has been kept a war zone for years and years and years, so no one can actually go there to investigate any of this stuff, and no one can go there to find out the truth. And what was the first thing that happened in Iraq when the coalition of the criminally insane went in there? The first thing that happened was the entire museum was looted. All of it. Everything. And this is the true history of Earth, was in the Iraqi museum. This used to be Persia. This used to be Babylon. This was the birthplace of humankind. They had stone artifacts in there that told the true history of humanity. They were the first things that went missing. Just gone. I guarantee they were all taken by Western forces who really didn't want people to know this information.